I am here today to show you how to make scrambled tofu. This meal is so quick and easy, and you can eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We eat it often, and like in any of your homemade recipes, the flavor changes depending on what you have in the house. I'm just going to give you a basic foundational recipe, and you can shift it any way that you like with more of this or less of that. So I've started with a nice big pan, and I've put 3 tablespoons of good quality olive oil in there, and it's just getting heated up. I like to cook on a medium to medium high because the flavor comes out of the vegetables with a little bit higher heat. You can cook on low. It's a nice no mess way to cook, but the flavor really isn't as good. You gotta have some heat. I'm going to tell you about the tofu. I have mixed in a bowl here, and you're going to get the recipe for this at the end of this film, but I take 1 package of tofu, drained the water, crumbled the tofu, and then added all the spices in. It's got some salt, cumin, turmeric, pepper, and fresh minced ginger. And that's all in one bowl, so it's going to be very easy just to add to the pan. All right, we're starting to get some heat here. You can see it by the quality of the olive oil. And we're going to start with sauteing the onions. All right, I've been sauteing the onions for a few minutes, getting them to begin to turn a little bit brown. You can see here that the olive oil is covering all the bits of onion. I add the red pepper and stir that in, and then let that cook for probably 2 to 3 minutes. Now that the onion and pepper have had a chance to merge together, we're going to go and throw in the mushrooms. Pre-sliced earlier this morning, so that you didn't have to see that part. Again, slice them any way you like. Big chunks, little chunks. I haven't added any spices yet because all of them are in the bowl with the tofu, and they'll get mixed in later. All right, I'm going to put a top on this so that some of the juices come out a little bit more. It just helps with the steaming coming out here. So we're ready now to add the tofu mixture. In we go. And then last but not least, my primary sort of way to cook by instinct is to use color as my guide. I always have at least 3 colors if I'm doing a stir fry. So here we've got the tofu that has a turmeric colored tinge. Turmeric's also a really healthy thing to put in. It's got the red pepper, some mushrooms, and here goes the spinach. You just put in raw, of course, washed spinach, and this is about 2.5 cups. And I'm going to put the lid on so that it begins to wilt. Just need a few minutes to soften up the leaves. I'm going to start to fold in the spinach and get the tofu mixture on top so that the leaves begin to wilt. I use a lot of ginger, like a tablespoon of fresh minced ginger in this because I like it spicy with ginger. Others might prefer to leave out ginger and put in garlic. Or both. Alright, now we've got wilted spinach leaves incorporated into our mix. Here we have a colorful, protein-packed, healthy meal, and I've scooped out plenty here. It happens to be our lunchtime, well-timed cooking, so that my cameraman gets a little reward.